and it involves a guy named Josh Barch and his former partner Marky Barch and Trellis Holdings out of Maryland, and Josh had been promised that he would get his equity in the Maryland company if he would stand to the side because he had some criminal problems, and then it didn't turn out. He got a $6.4 million judgment against Marky Barch and Trellis, and he went to Colorado to try to get it executed, and they appealed, and appellate court upheld the judgment, sent it back down for remand to the district court because you can't compel someone to violate the Controlled Substances Act. It was a minor issue they wanted to go back and clarify, but they initiated the order that had compelled them to not do anything to depreciate the value of the assets, go out and try to market it. And every dime you get, turn it over to Josh Barch, pay the $6.4 million judgment. Well, once the appellate court made the decision, that trial court order was taken away. So what Josh Barch has done, he ran back to district court and said, hold on, we need a restraining order to stop these guys from trying to unload their equity in Trellis and not give it to me. And Josh pointed out that these guys had lied in trial, spoiled evidence, and that they had some nefarious efforts to try and dump their equity and not give it towards Josh to pay off the judgment. So what we're seeing here is an effort to try and keep what is being claimed to be nefarious actors from trashing the equity they own in this company that they technically owe to the plaintiff, Josh Barch. Now, we've got a bunch of cases in the country right now going up to appellate courts and back down to district courts, and they tend to revolve around the presidential candidates right now. But this is something that happens in the courts, is that when you go and appeal something and you win an appeal, the previous order is technically taken away, and you send you back down to the district court to try and fashion an order consistent with the appellate court. And in this case, the plaintiff, Josh Barch, just doesn't trust these guys as far as he can throw them. They got a $6.4 million judgment in Maryland, and they never appealed it. So now there is really no way they're not going to win. And when you go into court for TROs, these are equitable proceedings where you've got to demonstrate that you're going to suffer irreparable harm, that you're likely to win, and that the equities are in your favor. And they have a judgment now. This is not like, oh, we got to go try the case. No, the case has been tried. There's a judgment. We want to collect the judgment, but we don't want these guys to go out and sell their equity, try to do anything to diminish the value, and any nickel they get from selling this is going to be given to the plaintiff. But they cannot be forced now to grow weed. They're going to have to fashion some sort of an order in the trial court. It doesn't require them to grow weed, but forces them to divest themselves and to give all the money they realize to the plaintiff. Now, this is going to be an ongoing saga here because this is not over. We'll talk about it again. But in a larger sense, people are getting educated in the court systems right now as we speed towards a very tumultuous election coming up. And there's legal problems all around this. Trump's got some, Hunter Biden's got some. Mm-hmm. So we're going to see the courts getting involved right now in all sorts of matters. This one happens to involve cannabis. We're going to get educated on the courts in the presidential election. And we will see this again because the courts do have the power to tell you, no, you won't. If you violate these orders, you're liable to be sitting in the hoosegow eaten with a spork. I'm going to throw this all back.
The hoosegow? Man.
Yeah, I spent some time in the hoosegow.
In the hoosegow?
With a spork.
With a spork.
With a spork.
Yeah. Shout out to sporks.
Yeah, sporks. I think sporks get a bad rap, man.
You think
fuck
so?
All them other. Yeah, you gotta get a spork with a serrated edge on the end. Why have all these extra utensils? Mm-hmm. I'm all for efficiency. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We need to find out when National Spork Day is.
Right.
I don't think sporks have. I don't think sporks have.
We have a high at 9 spork. What we need.
Yeah.
High at 9 spork.
High at 9 spork. I'm not.
Give out the Orange Spork Award.
The what? The what, Dale?
Give out the Orange Spork Award.
The orange spork. I like how it's orange.
That's
Jason wins that one.
Is that what they're gonna call Donald Trump when he admits himself to prison?
He is not going to admit himself to prison.
Orange sports.
Stop it. Stop it. I actually was having this conversation with someone last night in regards to this. I was like, it's like, if I was Donald Trump and I'm supposed to go and turn myself in New York, there's no way I would turn myself in New York. I'd tell him to come.
He already said he's going to Venezuela, dude.
Yeah, you don't need to go to Venezuela. I mean, Florida is the only state in the entire United States that has 100% extradition rights to go and extract anyone from any of the 50 states. Florida is the only state that has the ability to do that.
I thought they cut that off. I thought they cut that off after Mandela. Not Mandela. The Panama? It was Mandela, wasn't it?
No.
Noriega.
Not Mandela.
No. It's not. No.
Not Mandela. Brain fart like a motherfucker. They did that with
We can
Panama.
see it on your face. It's great.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, that's my
Are you doing your Stevie Wonder impression, Rico?
dude. I'm just so gaslit this morning. I can't think straight.
Oh man.
What happens when you get smoked?
Noriega, goddamn it.
Rico.
My grandmother's rolling in her grave. Yeah, they did that with Noriega, and I thought they cut that off because of that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do it anymore.
Somebody cut off Sohum because he said Noriega about 47 and a half seconds ago.
That's all right. It was kind of fun just watching us make a full circle and come back to Pablo Noriega.
Fair enough.
I'm brain dead this morning.
Fair enough. You guys have any other thoughts on this before we move to commercial?
Fumes.
Stone? Anybody? All right, fair enough. We're going to roll into our next commercial. We're going to be right back.